what's going on, guys? It's Standout Trading. In this video I'm going to be going over my technical analysis on Bitcoin Cash. I'm going to be showing you guys my updated Elliott Wave count and what I think is coming next. Also, make sure you guys check out my Twitter. I post stock plays and crypto updates throughout the week. Another thing, if you guys are interested in Elliott Wave theory and you guys are wanting to learn how to do this all on your own, I will be dropping a course within the next few months, so definitely stay tuned. So in my last video that I created on Bitcoin Cash, I go over how I was setting up for an extended third wave. I believe that this is primary wave 1, this is primary wave 2, and it was going on to set primary wave 3. I went over how intermediate wave 1 was complete, and intermediate wave 2 may or may not be complete. I went over the possibility that this was wave 1, it was correcting for wave 2 going on to set wave 3. But then I did also present this scenario to you guys, going over that intermediate wave 2 was not complete and there was further downside. I went over how as long as that minute wave E stayed below the height of minute wave C within minor wave B, then it had the potential to go below the previous low, which was around $380. As long as it stayed below the height of minute wave C, which was around, I believe, anywhere from $700 to $800, then it did have the potential to go lower and play out my bearish scenario. Now if we take a look at the chart, we could see that that minute wave C stayed below the height of that minute wave C, indicating that the bearish potential scenario was in play, and that is what ended up occurring. We could see that it did take out the previous low of around $380 for this minor wave C of intermediate wave 2. And now the question is, when is this intermediate wave 2 wrapping up? I did go over how I didn't really have a target for that minor wave C if it did break down from this triangle pattern, but I did go over how it may fall down into these price levels down here and possibly even down here. That was also possible. I don't think it's going to fall down to these lows anymore, considering that I think that the total altcoin market cap may start breaking out soon. I did post a video on that, so if you guys have not watched that, make sure you go watch that one. So I'm going to be subdividing this minor wave C right here to give you guys an understanding of when this potential wave 2 could bottom out, and then we can go on to set that wave 3 of 3, which is usually the most parabolic in the crypto market. So if you take a look at this, after that minute wave E and minor wave B came in, that's when it started the impulse to the downside. If we take a look at minute wave 1, we could see 5 waves down in 1 and then 3 waves back up in wave 2. And then if we take a look at this move right here, we had a long minute wave 3 with 5 waves to the downside, and then a 3 wave move back up in minute wave 4. And now we are going down for minute wave 5 of minor C of intermediate wave 2. So this is a good sign that it is already in wave 5 of minor C, because within a zigzag pattern, let me give you guys a quick visual of what this looks like. There is a 3 wave move to the downside, and then within wave A there's 5 waves, within wave B there's 3 waves, and then within wave C there's 5 waves. This is a must for a zigzag. If it is not a 5-3-5 structure, then it's not a zigzag. You must consider it a different pattern. So it looks something like this, where you get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You would label that wave A. And then you get a 3 wave move to the upside, or this may be a triangle. There is a various amount of patterns that wave B can take the form of, but usually it's just a 3 wave move, which is a zigzag. So after that 3 wave move for wave B right there, you get another 5 waves to the downside, and that would complete your zigzag pattern. And then after those zigzags for the corrective waves, it goes on to set the next impulse wave to the upside. So considering that we're already in the 5th wave of the C leg, this is a good sign that this wave 2 is wrapping up shortly, and it is going on to set that wave 3. So if we take a closer look at minute wave 5, we could see that at the minuet degree we have wave 1, 2, and then it is going down to set minuet wave 3, 4, and 5. Within minuet wave 3, I can count out 1, 2, 3, 4, and it is going down to set sub minuet wave 5 of minuet wave 3, and then we get a corrective wave for minuet wave 4, and then one more flush to the downside for minuet wave 5. And that, I believe, will complete the intermediate wave 2 of primary wave 3. Which is a very good indication for Bitcoin Cash, indicating that it has a very big wave 3 to go. Now, the reason that I am not completely convinced that this correction is over is because if this was a bottoming structure, we will want to look at our RSI indicator and see some bullish divergence on the RSI. As you can see, we do have a very slight lower low on the price action, and then we still have a lower low on the RSI. This is indicating that the downtrend will continue for a little bit more. Also, if we take a look at the 4-hour time frame and bring up the RSI, we can see that we do have some hidden bearish divergence from these lows over here to this low right here, indicating that there is further downside. Also, the Elliott Wave structure is not complete of this minute wave 5. If it was complete right here, that would be a very short wave 5. I just think for it to pull back down a little bit further, create that bullish divergence, and have a clear 5-wave structure within minute wave 5, it would make the most sense for a complete intermediate wave 2. So I don't think that there is a lot more downside to go. Like I showed you guys, minuet wave 3 is almost complete, and then all we have is a 4 and a 5 down to go to complete this intermediate wave 2 as a whole. So I think a drop down to this support level right here, or even this support level, makes the most sense for this intermediate wave 2. You can see that this was a very respected resistance level, and this one as well. Now it would retest it as support. So I do think that there is a little further downside, not a lot. But I'm not going to go over my targets in this video just because there is a little bit more downside. I won't get the precise measurement of the Fibonacci extension, because if I draw it from this low to this high and then pull it down to this low right here, and if I am expecting a tiny bit more downside, then it would mess up the price levels up here. So once I get some confirmation of a bottom, we start to see bullish divergence at the lows, and we get a 5-wave move off the lows that looks impulsive, then I will drop another video on Bitcoin Cash going over my targets, and let me know in the comment section if you guys would be interested in something like that. But either way, this intermediate wave 2 looks to be wrapping up shortly. It did play out my bearish scenario, which was also possible, so I do think that it is still going on to set that intermediate wave 3, though it did play out the bearish scenario. It is still in its nice 1-2-1-2 Elliott Wave structure right now, setting up for that nice extended third wave. So once we do get confirmation of a bottom, I will drop my targets for intermediate wave 3, going over which extension level seems the most likely. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a thumbs up, comment some altcoins you guys would like me to go over in future videos. Also, make sure you guys stay tuned if you guys are interested in a course on Elliott Wave theory. Have a good one.